Hey, I'm Jen. Welcome back to my channel. If you have a vacation coming up or you're traveling for work and you're kind of stressing because you don't want to regain weight that you lost or feel like you're going to gain weight on vacation, then this video is for you. So today I'm going to break down what I do to try and stay firm while enjoying my vacation and not feeling like I have to cut things out, and supplements that I take with me on vacation, like my must-haves. So I'm in Miami, and there's a lot of super in shape people here. There's actually a muscle beach workout area on the beach right outside of our hotel. There's a lot of really fit people, but there's also a lot of really unfit people. So what I would say is when you're on vacation or traveling for work, movement is super important. So a lot of my clients in my programs, I just say like walk as much as possible. A lot of times you're doing excursions, but just get up early, walk for coffee, take the stairs instead of the elevator. On vacation, I tend to work out more because I have a little bit more time, and I like that the gym here has like heavier weights. I try and book a hotel that has a gym. I know in Europe, a lot of them didn't used to have them. I haven't traveled to Europe in a while, but to try and find hotels that have a gym. That's one tip. So this way there's ways and different things that maybe I'm not used to using, so it challenges my body in different ways. I'll show you some workouts later in this video that I do both in my room and at the gym as well. So I will wake up early, go for a walk before either anyone, I'm only traveling with my daughter here, but I'll wake up before she does and I will go for a walk. I will get snacks that she wants. I'll maybe get a coffee. This morning I went to Starbucks and I get a cold iced coffee there, plain black, and I get the egg white bites with a little sriracha. Also went to the food store. I'll show you what I got on that grocery haul here on vacation. I try to make sure there's a microwave and a fridge. In this hotel, there's only a fridge, which I didn't realize. All right, here's part of what we got. The low sugar peanut butter. So there's slim pickings here. I got no salt rice cakes, some of these pumpkin seeds, which I would rinse in water because I don't like salt. So I'll rinse these in like a cup of water to take some of the salt and then air dry them out. I got mustard, sugar-free syrup, because I got egg whites as well to make in a microwave, and then I realized we don't have a microwave here, but normally you can microwave eggs in the microwave and then top it with sugar-free syrup. My daughter got this high fiber oatmeal, which I would put a little bit of that actually in the egg whites, but I actually got regular oats for myself. She got these baked chips and she got salsa. We got a couple of different kinds of apples. She did get cookies, peppers. These are peanut bars that I'll sometimes eat in a bind, but I don't love these because they're not high in protein. And in the fridge, Celsius, I will have that once in a while before the gym. Egg whites, we got the 0% yogurt, high protein drinks, carrot sticks, plain salsa, turkey, Greek yogurt, and 0 salt cottage cheese, watermelon cheese sticks. So I will put some of the turkey onto a rice cake now and have that as a snack with some veggies. I got these regular oats to add if I was going to do it with egg whites, or obviously you can mix with water. I got a bunch of bowls when I ran to the food store like this, so you can put it in the microwave and make oatmeal and then add egg whites to that. I also brought protein powder because I knew I could find yogurt somewhere, so I knew I could bump up the yogurt protein with protein powder, so I could increase the protein count on the yogurt by doing that. And this is easy to travel with, so I recommend that as well. And I brought electrolytes also to put in the water, so other tricks. This is, not an ideal situation, but I want to make it work because there's not a lot of healthy food options and Miami is super expensive. So this is what we have. So I have the cheese stick on the rice cake with some yellow mustard, and then I'm just going to add turkey on top, and that's going to be my little snack. This morning I went for a walk and I had some cottage cheese and peaches before that. So about one slice is like about, I don't know, 5 to 6, depends how thick. This is super thin, grams of protein. So this, and I'm going to have it with the protein shake, the pre-made one, with this. So 26 grams, and this is probably a good 15 grams. So there you go. Another tip is I get these like at the dollar store before I go on vacation because I always know I'm going to buy snacks, even when I'm with my kids, and so they don't get stale. Then we have these, and this way if I leave them, then I don't really care if I forget to pack them, but then I just get like 12 of these and put the kids' snacks or my snacks with the clips. Or if you're in a bind, you can always bring extra hair ties and use hair ties to tie up your snacks. When I went to the food store, I spent about $180 on all of this food, but honestly, it's still way cheaper. We ate at the pool when we got here yesterday and had a turkey club, which I took the bread off and ate the turkey, the avocado, the lettuce, and I got mustard and I ate that. That was like $30. And then my daughter got chicken wings. That was like $20. That was $50 for our lunch yesterday. So this food that I bought is going to save me money in the long run, even though it cost me $180. So on vacation, I will choose my battles, right? I'm not going to drink every night. I'm not going to have dessert every single day. So you can, but then you want to really make sure that you're getting in a lot of steps. I say 15 to 20,000 steps. You can pretty much eat whatever you want to eat. I try and aim for keeping my calories for like one treat a day. So whether that be if I'm going to have a drink or two, or I'm going to have dessert. So last night I did two of those things. I actually had a glass of Prosecco and I had some ice cream with my daughter. So that was like two things. But tonight I probably won't have either. So you just want to really play with and have a strategy of how you're going to eat healthy and prioritize protein and plants at every single meal. And I want to talk about the supplements that I brought with me on vacation. So I take the D3 with the K2, I take vitamin C, I take zinc, and I take methyl B vitamin. And then as far as other supplements, I like this caffeine with L-theanine pill, and then I have this mood booster pill. And I also have another one called Brain, I think it's called Brain Factor. I don't know, I'll link it down below. So there are different mood pills that I really like to take that have helped me, you know, in menopause when you get a bad mood or you're traveling with a teenage daughter. She's moody as well, and she can take them as well. She likes them. So for lunch, I ran back to the room. I made turkey with a rice cake and cheese sticks, 2 cheese sticks, and I'm also having this protein drink. So that's almost 50 grams of protein that I'm having for lunch. I'm having some raw vegetables as well. And then I have apples, peanut butter. I'll have that as a snack with some pumpkin seeds as well. So I try and really always have healthy things, and it's a lot cheaper actually to just get the food and eat it here in the room than be eating at the pool or out at the beach. So I also brought with me that UNE-VIE water. It's like the water booster that I've talked about in other videos. So I did pack it. So I poured some of it from home. I'll put a little picture of it into a different bottle, and then brought this with me. So I put this in any water or beverages that I buy to help increase the hydration. So then I'll buy like a big thing of water, and then I pour like a capful of that into my water to make this more hydrating. So this is proven, the UNE-VIE is proven to help be 10 times more intracellularly, I can never say the word, hydrating for your body. So when you travel, you get more dehydrated. I'm outside in the heat more, I'm walking more, it's hot here, so I make sure I have that water booster because I am horrible at drinking water, so I do love that, and I travel with that. And another bonus is I'll bring like an empty spray bottle like this, and then take some of, the diluted down water that I put the UNE-VIE in to here, and then I make a water spray bottle for my face, and then this helps your products to penetrate in better. So then I'll like mist my face, right? And then put on my serums for the day, my moisturizers, my sunblock, and it just helps the cells be more hydrated from the outside, and then drinking it helps your cells from the inside be more hydrated. So I love taking that with me. The GSH powder is so beneficial for helping detox, helping your immune boosting. It helps with actual protecting from free radical damage from the sun. There's like so many benefits to this GSH powder that I can't speak highly enough about it. So I definitely always travel with that. Regardless, it's easy. I put it in a little baggie like this, and I'll take a cup like this. I'll take a scoop of the GSH powder. So I travel, I just don't take the whole giant bag. I just put some for the week in here. So I'll scoop it in, put it in a cup, and then put it with the diluted down water, the UNE-VIE water, and then I drink that 2 to 3 times a day when I'm here on vacation. So it also helps if you're not eating as healthy, if you're drinking more, all the bad things that we tend to do more on vacation. So the GSH powder with the UNE-VIE really helps in helping the cells stay just really healthy. It's a glutathione precursor, so it just helps all your cells act and be healthier. So just definitely worth taking on vacation for a whole bunch of reasons. In my nighttime supplements, I bring melatonin. I have two different kinds, like a dissolvable one and another pellet one that I take. I take magnesium, and then I also take Time Rewind, another supplement that I found. I'll link it down below. And there's a lot of good information on that for menopausal women. Has a lot of really good ingredients that I'm finding just to help with skin hydration and boost cellular function. So I've been trying that for like about a month, and I am really liking that as well. Another bonus for having the GSH powder is you can apply it topically. So I've done videos on this where you can microneedle at home and do a treatment where you use the GSH powder and then you use the UNE-VIE diluted water and use it as like a mask. So if you got a sunburn or something, or you have a cut, it really helps to aid in wound healing a lot faster. So if you got something like that on vacation, a blister, a cut, a sunburn, you can come back to the room at night and then just mix the two together and have like a topical anti-inflammatory treatment. So it's about 1:15 and I have 8,400 steps already, and I aim for 12 to 15,000 steps on vacation ideally, and I'll probably do a 10 to 20 minute weight workout as well a little bit later. So I'll show you that as well to give you some ideas of what you can do on vacation. I brought a band as well, so I either use it in the room or I'll bring it to the gym with me. I'll show you that as well. Key on vacation, I think, if you want to like get firmer, be on a firm journey, especially as you're aging, is to stay active. Like, don't go on vacation and just sit in a chair all day long and eat all the time. Like, we're not 20 years old anymore. Like, that can't be a thing. So you need to parent yourself, really parent yourself. Otherwise, you're going to sit around, your body's going to break down, you're going to be skin fat, and you're going to get fat, and you're not going to be able to move, and you're not going to be able to go on vacation because you're not going to have energy, you're not going to have enough strength. I see it in a lot of my older facial clients. They cannot go on vacation because their bodies are broken down, they're overweight. They go on a cruise and just sit there all day. They can't do excursions. They definitely can't go to Europe where there's cobblestone streets and navigate that. So if that's the life that you want, then do nothing. But if you really want to age with, a toned body, be happy with how you feel, be healthy, then you need to make good choices. And you can do it. It doesn't have to be overwhelming, little baby steps. And just think about the person that you want to become. Think about how healthy you want to be. Think about the life that you want to have. Think about what would happen if you didn't do it, right? So thinking about the opposite sometimes will help you in attaining your goals as well. One reason I created Firm Over 40 was to help get over this, like, you need an 8-week challenge. You do not need another 8-week challenge. We're not 30 years old anymore. Stop the 8-week challenges because they're going to maybe help you stay motivated for a short amount of time, but that's not the goal. We want to have long-term success. We've done all of these quick weight loss things, and then it results in saggy skin as we get older. It's a disaster. You don't want to have saggy skin because you're losing weight quickly, or you're eating foods that you don't enjoy. Like, who wants to do that? And you have no idea how to transition back into real life. Now let's talk about the gym. On the way to the gym, I had a rice cake with cottage cheese. Here is the hotel gym. It's really small, but there are a lot of different weights, heavier weights than I have, 2 pieces of cardio equipment. I'll show you some cardio ideas. Then there are heavier weights that we can do a lot of different things with. I'll show you that as well. 2 benches. I do like to do a lot of shoulder workouts, and lifting one leg can help you work on balance as well, because if you have broad, bigger shoulders, it does make your waist look smaller. So I do try and do shoulders a few times a week. Just 5 to 10 minutes really makes a difference. And then doing the band right after the weights really helps to burn out the muscle, helps me, I feel like, to firm up faster. This is the band I use in my programs. Then I'll burn out, after I do shoulders, my biceps. So I like to do biceps with different tempos and time under tension. I talk about this in other videos. It's a good way to really firm up. And then again, I'll follow it up with the band to put extra tension on the muscle. So I'm working pretty quickly to get a lot done in a short amount of time. You do not need long workouts to really start to firm up and get results. I like to use the band for rotational exercises as well. It's really important to incorporate rotational exercises, especially as you're aging. I have so many clients that pull out their back just putting on their seatbelt, so the band makes it easier. Sitting down, I like to do rows. Rows are important. Just think about pulling and pushing movements when you're in the gym, because these are real life things that you're going to need to do in life. Now, here are ways I incorporate HIIT training. So just small amounts of exercise to get my heart rate up and then rest. So you can do kettlebell swings like I'm doing here just for 20 to 40 seconds. If you wanted, I rotated in doing the elliptical machine for another 20 to 40 seconds, then rest for a few minutes to get your heart rate all the way down. So I only did like 4 of these segments. Here's another idea. You can do hops over a bench. So I'm just giving you ideas that you can utilize in a gym. Here we're doing just jumps. So this is good also for bone mineral density to do a little impact. So I like to incorporate that as well. This is a little more advanced. I do like to do balance exercises and work on one-legged exercises here, one-legged squats. This really helps with balance and knee stabilization. It's just really important as you age to work on unilateral training. Here, I take 2 different weights and do a farmer's carry. So in life, you don't always carry things that are the same weight. So I like to vary the weight, do walking lunges. Here is another sumo squat with a weight, so you can hold the weight in all different ways. I wanted to show you. Lift it over your head, do a bicep curl, and then lift it over your head. So really just play with using the weight in different ways. Now here's a way you can utilize the heavier weights. So I do a deadlift with a row. So you don't have to come all the way up for the deadlift, just do the deadlift and then row. And then here's another way that you can work on doing rows, deadlifts, just using heavier weights. So I just do a few sets of these just to get in some heavier weights because I don't have these at home. And then I'll back it up with the band, again, for extra tension on the muscles. I really love using the band to burn out the muscles. I feel it really helps me in firming up. This next set of exercises, I'm using the band, and this is something I would do in my hotel room. So I wanted to give you ideas of using the band and different ways that you can do it within your room. I'm doing it in the gym here, but I would do this totally in my hotel room just to get in a little bit of toning and get my heart rate up by combining a full body workout with the band. So utilizing it in all different ways, really get your heart rate up, and definitely I get good toning from these things too. I love this band because you can use it in so many ways. So here I'm doing glute kickbacks. You can do them standing or sitting down, laying down. There's another way to working actually both sides of the body, but we're toning one side of the body, holding, pulsing, kickbacks again. So you can do them standing or kneeling down like this. It's really good way to target the glutes. Here's more lower body ideas that you can do. So using the stepper and doing deadlifts with the weights, really pushing your butt back. I love these for working the legs and the glutes, really getting a stretch by using this stepper and going from high to low. So I love these. Get big results pretty quickly from doing these consistently, just 10 minutes a day. When doing lower body, this is one of my favorites. So doing a step up and then lunging all the way down to one leg up. So it's really a full body workout. Works the core as well and stabilizing and balancing when you come up on one leg and go all the way down like that. This is another favorite of mine. I love using the bench for step ups. So works on balance. You don't have to go up to one leg, but it's an amazing lower body workout using the bench to do step ups. You don't have to use weight, but I'll use 2 weights, then I'll drop 1 weight, do the step ups, and then I'll do it again with no weight. So that's a really good circuit that I love to do and get really good results with that. So I just finished the workout and I plan on doing 10 minutes, a 10 with Jen workout. And this is why I like it, because if you have more time, you just get started, and some days you want to do more and some days you just do the 10 minutes. I want to finish this video. I'm back to work today from vacation, and another really important thing is to make sure you keep a consistent sleep schedule. Sleep is so important as you are older, for fat loss, just for cognitive function. So don't sleep in all the time on vacation. There's something called sleep jet lag. So if you sleep in even on the weekends, it can just really mess up your body, especially if you're over 40 or over 50. Just keep a consistent schedule. It'll be easier when you get back into real life. Like today, my first day back at work. So I know it's harder if you're crossing over time zones and everything, but just if you can, don't, go to bed really late and don't sleep in as well. So just be as active as you can and as healthy as you can. Think about the person that you want to be. If you like this content, like and subscribe. I love posting new content on fitness, beauty, nutrition, mindset for women over 40. I am different because I see clients every single day here in my med spa. So it's not something that I will stop doing. I like doing these videos for you, but I love, seeing people in person as well. So if you want to work with me in my Firm Over 40 program, I only work with a few women at a time. Click the link below and we can have a chat and see how I can help you on your journey to firm up over 40. And I'll see you in the next one.